Folks, it's been a while. I apologize. I have gotten a bad bit of the viruses that are going around, and I didn't have any voice, so I couldn't talk, and that kept me away from the camera. So hopefully I'm going to be able to make up for it and get a bunch of things done fairly quickly. Tonight we're going to do just one. We'll be talking about business goals. Many people talk about personal goals, and that's always a great thing to do. But if you're going to be starting a business, you need to have the goals for your business. You need to know where you want to go, what you want to do, and how you want it to happen. Excuse me, I still have some of this garbage left, so I apologize. When you set a business goal, the only time in my life that I floundered is if I did not have a solid goal. From day one, when I was growing up, I started very young. I had a bookkeeping job. I was doing this bookkeeping, and I decided that I wanted to have the job that the woman in the business right next door to us, I wanted the job she had. She was a controller for a small company. And for a young lady doing bookkeeping, a controller, that was a pretty good step. Well, I went on from there, and I eventually became an accountant and continued on in life and eventually became controller. But before that, I was an accountant for one of my favorites. I was an accountant for a garbage company. And I used to go into my boss and tell him, I'm going to have your job. I want your job. And he'd look at me and say, you can have it right now. Here, it's yours, Joy. It's all yours. You can do it. You can have it. And no, I'm not quite ready. I'm not ready for it yet. And I said that for a long time. At that top point, he was the regional controller for this garbage company. And I continued on and went on from there to another job and on to another job and on to another job. I finally ended up at General Motors and was a financial analyst with General Motors. He called me one day and said, I've got a proposition for you. He offered me a job. He was going to bring me in at the job that I had always wanted as not quite the job, but the assistant corporate controller. So that was a pretty decent step. That was a nice step. And so I went ahead and took it. Went from there and continued on. Ended up, the company went into bankruptcy. He bailed. I went into the chairman of the board and said, I want the whole blooming thing. Give it to me. And I ended up being chief financial officer for the company. Went from assistant corporate controller to chief financial officer, which was a pretty big step, a pretty nice thing. And I had his job. He had left, I took his job. I did all the things that he was doing. After I left that job, I didn't have the goals that I had had. I didn't have that place I wanted to go. Until all of a sudden, I've started my own business, and I'm moving along, and I'm floundering, and I'm doing okay. I'm making money, I'm paying taxes, which says, you're doing okay, kid. But I didn't have the real big goal. And it wasn't until recently when I got involved with Vic, and Vic got me into teaching me marketing, which an accountant has not got much marketing skills. Yeah, I have gone through a master's degree program in the last 3 months and learned marketing. It is not a degree program, but I swear to God, I have learned more about marketing than I ever thought I would ever begin to know. I have taught various pieces about marketing because I've taught people how to start and run their businesses, but I never knew marketing. I now understand marketing. I understand many of the different little nuances and back and forth and here and there and what to do and how to do it. And so that's what I'm hoping to bring to many of you, is to teach you the skills that I have learned, to help you set the goals, to make sure that the business that you're going to start is going to succeed. It's going to provide you with what you want it to do. You need to have a business goal. You need to decide what your business is going to do. What is your passion? What do you really want? Are you going to impact this world? What are you going to do to bring goodness into this world? There's all kinds of craziness going on right now. All the things with the viruses and the cornicovirus and yeah, the beer virus. But anyway, it's crazy. And the world out there. We are hunkered down at home. We cannot leave and go much of anywhere. Because of medication that I take for my MS, I'm not allowed to be around more than 10 people. And so I am supposed to be just staying at home and staying away from people. So I've gotten better over the last week, and so now I can get back to doing some business things, cleaning things up and going ahead and doing some business stuff. So with that, I'm going to be bringing you some help with setting the goals. That first goal, what is your business? What business are you going to start? What is it going to do? What are you going to be giving to society? What are you bringing to society? What is your audience? What is your prospective customer? What are they going to get from you? What are you going to do for them? How is it going to help them? Is it going to be teaching them and working with them and learning how to earn money? Is it going to be teaching them learning how to be healthy? What is it that you want to provide to the world? One of my new big goals, many people are totally unaware of the MS drugs and the things that we go through and, the silliness that all goes around with the MS. I take an MS medication that is not the most expensive one that's out on the market. But I will tell you, it cost $60,000 just for the drug every 6 months. It is an infusion, so the infusion center has to be paid, and so do all the nurses and the doctors and all the people, the support people around that help to provide that for me. And there are many people that cannot afford it, and not all the insurances cover it. My goal is to eventually be able to provide funding for as many people as I possibly can that are needing these drugs. I'm currently receiving money from the PAN Foundation, Patient Access Network. If I get it right here, I'll be in great shape. Patient Access Network, and they provide funding for a number of different medications for a number of different diseases. And MS is one of the biggies because the drugs are so expensive. And so I want to be able to help fund them and or start my own foundation so that I can be helping people. And to do that, I've got to help you to be able to keep your business up and running and going and doing all the great and wonderful things. And so with that, after we get a business goal set up, then you need to have a marketing goal. What is your marketing going to do? What is the marketing? What's it going to entail? How are you going to market to your customers? Are you going to have a storefront? Are you going to have a website? What is it that you're going to be marketing? Are you marketing a product? Are you marketing a service? What is it that you've got? What are you doing? And based on that, then you need to take the steps and begin to do the marketing. The marketing is what's going to bring your customers to you. Marketing, that's basically what marketing does. How to get the customer in the door. Whether the door is the internet or the door is through the physical door in your location. Excuse me. And you need to figure out what is needed and what that's going to be. And if you're going to be setting up marketing, if you're going to be setting up, so many people and so many businesses are doing online. They may have a storefront, but many of them also will have a website. And so if you're going to develop a website, there are many steps and many goals to developing the website. And it's not something that you just sort of, oh, here, there, and everywhere. There are websites out there that you can get for free. You can get somebody to give you a website, and you just fill in the blanks and you put this website up. How effective is it going to be? Probably not real effective. I will walk you through steps and walk you through things and help you find what's going to be right for you. Because the most important thing that you can do is have what is right for you, what is going to make your business sparkle, what's going to make you sparkle, what's going to make you the best thing that's available out there. And with that, I'm going to say good night, and I will see you tomorrow. I hope you all have good dreams. Set your goals. You need to have short-term goals, you need to have intermediate goals, and you need to have long-term goals. You want personal goals, you want business goals. And if you're doing business, you want the marketing, and you have to decide how you're going to create that business. Is it going to be a storefront? Is it going to be an office? Is it going to be something online? You have to make those decisions. And that becomes part of your first goals. So with that, God bless you, and I hope everyone is well.